Namaste. So today we will study about anatomy of the thyroid gland. So the thyroid gland arises from a midline invagilation of at the root of the tongue and grows downward in front of trachea and thyroid cartilage. To reach its normal position, failure to descend may produce enormous ligule thyroid. The thyroglossal duct that connect the gland to the pharynx floor normally disappear by 6 weeks of embryonic life. In adult, it's approximately and is represented by foramen cecum at the base of the tongue and distal end by the pyramidal lobe of the thyroid. Persistence of the remains of thyroglossal duct in the adult may develop into the thyroglossal cyst. The C cell of the thyroid originates from the neuroectoderm, the thyroid gland in the adult weighs 15 to 40 gram and is composed of two lateral lobes connected in the midline by a broad isthmus, which may have a pyramidal lobe existing upward. Cut section of the normal thyroid is yellowish and translucent. The major function of the thyroid gland is to maintain a high rate of metabolism, which is done by means of iodine containing thyroid hormone, thyroxine T4 and triiodothyronine T3. The thyroid is one of the most liable The thyroid is one of the most liable organ in the body and responds to numerous stimuli such as puberty, pregnancy, physiological stress, and various pathological states. This functional liability of the thyroid is responsible from transient hyperplasia of the thyroidal epithelium. Under normal conditions, the epithelial lining of the follicle may show change in the various phases of function as under. First resting phase is characterized by large follicle lined by flattened cell and fill the deeply stained homogeneous colloid, that is in colloid goiter and iodine treated hyperthyroidism. Second, secretory phase in which the follicle are lined by cuboidal epithelium and the colloid is moderately dark pink, that is in normal thyroid. Third is resorptive phase is characterized by follicle lined by columnar epithelium and containing lightly strained vacuolated scapular colloid. In hyperthyroidism, the synthesis and release of the two main circulating thyroid hormone T3 and T4 are regulated by hypophyseal thyroid stimulating hormone and involve the following steps. First, iodine trapping by thyroidal cell involve absorbing of iodine from the blood and concentrating it more than 20 folds. Oxidation of the iodine takes place within the cells by erythroid peroxidase. Third, iodination occurs next at the microvilli level between the oxidized iodine and the thyroxine residue of the thyroglobulin so as to form the monoiodotyrosine and diiodotyrosine. Fourth is the coupling of MIT and DIT in the presence of thyroid peroxidase form triiodothyronine and thyroxine. The thyroid hormones so formed are released by endocytosis of colloid and proteolysis of the thyroglobulin within the follicular cells result in discharge of T3 and T4 into circulation where they are bound to thyroxine binding globulin. A number of thyroid function tests that are currently available. These include the following: determine of serum level of T3 and T4 by radioimmunoassay. So then THS and TRH determined. So here we have completed this. For any query, you can comment below. Thank you.